First major crossing with the dentist was when I was 10 years old, and it was very different in them days. He had a look. I can't remember why, but he said two of my teeth had to be pulled out. Then took me out of this nice room into a little cell, and that's the only way I can describe it. And I was terrified. And I said to him, "What are you doing?" And he was putting that great big old black mask they used to have over my face. As he said, "Oh, we're just going to cut your leg off." Well, come round. I'd got blood coming out my mouth, and the first thing I did was started to move my legs. And the dentist just sat there, stood there and said, "You stupid little boy." And I thought, right, and I went for him. And that was when I was 10. The next time I went to a dentist was when I was 20. I had quite a few problems. My teeth had broke. The discoloration was terrible. And it got to the stage where I was working in HR, and they'd say, "Well, we're doing interviewing." I wouldn't want to do it, because you learn after a bit to talk like that, so you don't actually open your mouth. I didn't like going out much, unless it was with friends I knew who knew the state of my mouth, if you know what I mean. If I went to a restaurant, I had to be careful that when it was playing up, I'd sit down and see somebody having a nice steak. You look at that, "Oh God, I murdered her." You know, even if they have overcooked it. Well, I got to the stage where literally the pain was virtually every day. And it really was my great-grandchildren coming in saying, "You look scary." And you suddenly realise and you look and I think, that's it, I've had enough. It was almost from the minute he walked into the surgery. It was the way he come up and he looked at it. His whole attitude and his personality come across. He was caring, but he was very professional. Made the decision fairly easy, to be honest. When I first looked at the prices, I wasn't sure. And then my wife come in and she said, "Look, I don't care, you're having it done. We'll sort it out." But I suppose you're thinking about how much money you're going to pay out, but what are you going to get back for it? And to me, it was the opportunity to be myself again. And that was what the investment was for in my mind. So I got home, my wife said, "Oh, that looks brilliant." Go and look in the mirror, and I looked in and I couldn't believe it. All the pain had gone. Now I'm there, doing the barbecue, playing with the grandkids, the great-grandkids. You know, it's made a world of difference.